Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tune on in before I start building on the topic for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Thursday thus far. Tune on in before I start. Nigel, peace. What's going on with you, my brother? How you holding up? How you living? Magic Realms, peace. What's going on with you? TZ Frank, peace, my brother. What's going on? King Grady, what's going on with you? Everything is peaceful my way. Everything is smooth. Beautiful Goddess Keys, peace. What's going on with you, Queen? My boy Antonio, what's going on with you, my G? Lindell, peace. What's going on with you? Important subject matter today, man. We got some building to do. I got some venting to do. Magic Realms, everything is peaceful. Everything is smooth. Everything is balanced my way. I just got to get some things off my chest pertaining to my sisters out here. So I got to talk to my sisters for a moment, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all will be able to relate to what I'm saying. But I just got some things that I got to get off my chest in regards to this subject matter. So Renzo, my brother, what's going on? Yes, sir. Finally called me on a live. Yes, sir. But we got a vent, man. It's too many sisters selling themselves out here and degrading themselves. Then getting mad when everybody views them in a certain type of light. So we got to vent. We got to vent on this. We got to get some things off our chest when it comes to this particular subject matter. CC, what's going on with you, Queen? Jamar, what's going on with you, my G? I mean, how you selling yourself out, how you degrading yourself, but then get mad when everybody views you in a certain type of light, primarily a negative light. Why are you getting mad at what you attracting when that's the way you put yourself out here? We got to understand the law of reciprocity. You get back what you put in it. Exactly what you put out into the universe, that's what you get back. So when you putting out this degrading energy, this toxic energy, this negative energy, why are you surprised when you get it back? Why are you surprised when you get it back? Why are you surprised that that's all that you attracting? You out here showing nothing but skin. You out here dancing to music that's tearing you down, and you wonder why you attracting brothers that's reflecting that type of mentality and reflecting that type of energy. Make that make sense. The only environments that you frequent, the only environments that you populate involves music that's tearing you down, that's tearing down the black woman, and you wonder why you can't attract an upstanding dude. Make that make sense. Somebody make that make sense to me. Somebody make that make sense to me, man. We gotta start being more mindful of the things that we consume on all levels. It's not just the foods we consume, but man, the music we listen to, man, the things that we watch, things of that nature, man. It's all a reflection, and it's a lack of balance, man. Like, listen, a lot of my sisters out here, man, just listen. The level of toxicity in regards to just the music that they listen to, and they never balance it out. They never really balance it out for the most part. Of course, we got sisters out here that do that, man. But listen, on a massive scale, I see a lack of balance, man. It's plenty of respectable artists out here that make music that's uplifting the black woman. And I don't see a lot of black women out here promoting that music, listening to that music, vibing to that music. Why? Because you can't shake nothing to that music. You can't do nothing sexual to that music. Come on now. We more than that. We bigger than that. Sweet Tea, what's going on? We bigger than that. When it comes to some of the sisters out here that's dropping that conscious music, for the most part, they fan base be dudes. Fan base be dudes. The majority of their fan base be dudes. And again, we wondering why we attracting what we attract. Y'all can't even support the other sisters out here that's uplifting y'all. And y'all wonder why y'all can't attract an upstanding dude. That makes absolutely no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. But if I came out with a song that told you to shake some and all that type of stuff, man, and just degraded you, just tore you down, you finna support that. You finna go to the club, you finna get sloppy drunk to that song. But if I made a song that's uplifting you, you don't want to hear that. Oh, that's boring, or whatever the case may be. You don't want nothing to do with that, but yet that's how you want somebody to treat you. And then we always striving to justify it. Oh, well, I be needing that music for the club to get riled up. Nah, y'all be listening to that 24/7. I don't never really hear too many of them bumping some uplifting music. For the most part, that's what they bump, whether they in the club or whether they in the crib, whether they on their way to work. Like, come on, man, we got to make this type of stuff make sense, man. We got to make that type of stuff make sense. Somebody got to break down why is it that not too many sisters support the other sisters out here that's striving to uplift them with the conscious music? Why does that fan base have to be predominantly male? Why are the majority of the women not riding with these other women that's out here with that type of message, musically speaking? But we gonna enrich a brother that's out here talking disrespectful to you. We gonna give them all the streams. We gonna give them all the promotion. We gonna make that go viral. But if another sister came out here uplifting other sisters, musically speaking, then we ain't gonna make that go viral. We ain't gonna pay too much attention to that. Yeah, Jamar, that silly busted silhouette chairman, I ain't paying attention to none of that. And again, people out here doing that, people out here participating in those type of challenges, and then wonder why they getting a certain energy. Wonder why they receiving certain energy in response to these challenges. How you gonna do a challenge like that, then get mad at the responses when these dudes out here thirsty? That's a thirst trap. If you doing something like that, why are you getting mad at dudes coming at you, inboxing you, trying to talk to you when you doing these type of challenges? What sense is that making? What do you think? What type of responses do you think you will receive when you do challenges along those lines? What do you think? Who do you think you about to attract? Who do you think you about to attract when you out here doing these challenges, man? Who you think you about to attract? What type of energy do you think you gonna attract doing these challenges? Terenzo, no doubt. No doubt. I'm gonna put that on the screen, let it marinate. Put that on the screen, let it marinate. But I want to know who do you all think you are attracting? It grinds my gears to see my sisters participate in these challenges, participate in things that's degrading them, revealing too much, then getting mad at the reception, then get mad at the energy that they receive based upon them revealing too much, exposing too much. All right, you gonna throw the thirst trap out there, then get mad when dudes respond accordingly. No. That's what you asking for, that's what you want. You seeking that attention, then you get the attention. Now you want to act like those were not your intentions. You want to act like the world is just corrupt and chaotic and dudes ain't nothing but dogs and savages. Now you showing them all that type of skin, man. You doing that. You revealing too much. You revealing too much, man. You don't have to be doing that. You don't have to be doing that. But you went in there with ill intentions, man. A lot of times my sisters are doing that for the sole purpose of receiving the exact attention that they are receiving. But then they want to play it off once they start getting the attention. Be like, man, that wasn't my intentions. Those were not my intentions. Yes, they were. You cannot be doing certain things out here and then expecting for dudes not to respond accordingly. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. You can't go to a club to where you know it's going to be a bunch of ignorant dudes showing nothing but skin and not thinking that some of these savage brothers that's out here in that club is going to try to talk to you, going to try to holler at you. You can't think that. You can't be that naive. You can't be that gullible thinking that you can wear whatever you want, show as much skin as you want in certain environments and think a certain type of dude not going to try to holler at you. You can't think that. Tamika, appreciate the donation, and no doubt. That's the only thing we know how to drop is the truth. Actual facts. That's all we know how to drop. That's it. It's not actual facts. If it ain't dealing with the truth, then we don't know how to drop it. We don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to build on it. Man, no doubt. Definitely being manipulative, man. And again, want to act as if that's not the case once they get called out on it. Once they get called out on it, once somebody says, listen, you doing that for attention, then again, now we want to strive to justify the actions. Like I said, in the school of marketing, they tell you, you buy with emotion, try to justify the purchase with logic. That's what happens. That's what happens. We acting based on emotions. Then when we get called out on it, we try to justify it using logic. So you out here, you were striving to get attention. That's why you wore what you wore. Then when you get called out on it, when somebody calls you out, now you want to try to justify it. You want to try to rationalize it and twist it, manipulate the situation. Telling us how the world should be, how dudes should be, how you should be able to wear what you want to wear, do what you want to do, and dudes shouldn't act according to that. That sounds nice, but we don't live in a world like that. We got to stop looking at the world in regards to how we think it should be. You got to start looking at the world for what it is. You don't control what's on the outside. You don't control what's outside of you. You don't control how other people respond and react. That's out of your control. So looking at it saying people should act a certain type of way is irrelevant. You might as well not even focus on that and worry about that because you can't control it. People going to act how they want to act. Everybody should be positive. Everybody should be happy. Everybody should be healthy. But guess what? We not. We got unhealthy people. We got depressed people. We got sad people. We got angry people. That's what we have. That's what we have. We can talk about how the world should be all day, but guess what? That's not how the world is. BJMO, peace, what's going on? That's not how the world is. So I get tired of people looking at it and saying, well, I should be able to do this, or it should be like this. I am not going to argue with you, but guess what? It's not. It's not. So I'm not about to get caught up in the shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like, I'm dealing with what it is. What it is. Swag, what's going on? And like I broke down to my sisters, man, like I said, the reason why I'm just building on it, man, because sometimes it's just sickening, man. Sometimes it's sickening. Like, listen, I talk about my brothers enough in regards to just embracing the temple, taking care of the temple, being mindful who you interact with, being mindful who you get in relationships with and things of that nature. Now it's time to tap into this subject with the sisters out here, because if anybody should be looking at the body as something sacred, it should definitely be our sisters out here. If anybody is doing that, it should be our sisters. And for the most part, based off of my observations, it seems as if the sisters are out here nowadays neglecting the body, not viewing the body as a temple, throwing themselves out here like that. David, peace, what's going on, my brother? So that's what it seems like is happening now. They throwing themselves out here more. Listen, y'all gotta do the knowledge to it, man. Y'all gotta think about it. It's a reason why people make this type of music. It's a reason why they continue to make music that promotes the degradation of the black women. It's a reason why they make the music, because the black women like the music. They wouldn't make the music if it wasn't a market for it. So it's a reason why every other song you finna hear on the radio is tearing the sisters down. It's two sides to that. Yeah, they want to push that agenda, but yeah, at the same time, we accepting it. We dancing to it. We vibing to it. We liking it. So at some point, we got to hold ourselves accountable for the nonsense. We can't keep blaming the media saying, oh, they got an agenda. They pushing this music on us. Well, you accepting the music. You dancing to the music. You listening to it. You liking it. Accountability. Man, listen to something that's positive, man. Plenty of, man, listen, it's brothers out here, man, that they made some incredibly uplifting music, man, in regards to our sisters out here, man. And y'all need to bump that. Y'all need to start bumping that more. Come on, man. It's ridiculous out here, man. All these positive messages out here, and we choose to gravitate toward the ignorance. We choose to gravitate towards the ignorance, man. We are intellectual beings, and we gravitate towards things that just deal with the physical body. over sexualized content and things of that nature. We gravitate towards that. But when it comes to something about elevating the mind, we don't want to listen to it. We don't want to vibe to it because it's making us think. It's making us focus, concentrate. We really didn't got that lazy mentally. We really didn't got that lazy mentally. Can't deal with it, man. If something is making you think, you don't want to entertain it because your attention span is trash, man. Come on. I'm tired of it because I'm tired of y'all complaining about what y'all attracting, because that's what's happening. That's what y'all attracting. So I'm tired of y'all done lump all brothers in a box, and this happens vice versa, but we done built on that already. We done built on it already. But y'all lump all brothers in a box because y'all choosing to frequent these toxic environments, and you attracting what's in the toxic environment. Nah, that's you. That's on you. That's your fault. You attracting that. You choosing that. You picking that. You settling for that. That ain't all brothers, man. It's upstanding brothers that don't populate, that don't frequent these places, these environments. It's upstanding brothers that don't care about a busted challenge, that don't care about a silhouette challenge. It's upstanding brothers like that ain't finna jam none of that toxic music. That's finna degrade you. That's finna disrespect you. It's brothers out here like that. D, like we say, nothing is good or bad. We get a label to it. But the thing of it is, we got to understand influence. We got to understand influence. We got to understand persuasion. And we got to understand what's really going on. When you listen to some of the music, you can't take away from the fact that a lot of the music is just degrading sisters out here. And they degrading brothers. You just can't take away that, man. If it's a lyric in there and if it's degrading somebody, then we got to look at it like that. We got to take it for what it is. We got to take it for what it is. We got to take it for what it is. We got to take it for what it is, man. If the song is degrading you, if it's disrespecting you, that's what it is. That's what it's doing. And if you vibe into it, you cannot be mad. You cannot be mad at the brothers for viewing you in a certain type of light. Because certain songs, man, can have a negative impact on you subconsciously. And they know this, man. That's why they use the power of the music and subliminal messages and things of that nature. So they understand the influence that music can have. And if we think music can't have that negative influence, then we lost in that regards, because music can definitely have a negative impact on you. Prime example, when I started coming into consciousness, when I started to listen to more conscious music with a message, man, that shifted my whole paradigm. Y'all seen the moves that I made. Some of y'all seen the moves that I made. A lot of that revolved around my music choices because I was listening to the music that was educating me. So a lot of books that I was reading, some of the decisions that I made in regards to my health, I got that from music. I got that from music. I got it from music, man. My whole life started to change when I started listening to different music with a message. Again, this way we got to balance it out, but we don't tend to balance it out. It's an extreme. We get extreme with it. We don't know how to balance it out. We don't know how to go from the so-called toxic music to the positive music. We don't know how to balance it out. It's either somebody just going to fully listen to that toxic music or they're going to fully listen to that positive music. It's only a select few that know how to really balance it out. It's a time and a place for everything. But if that's all you consuming, you can't get mad. You can't get mad at the energy that you receive in regards to that. Dominique, hey, and that's 100% right and exact. And I don't even need to see the study that says that. All I got to do is observe life. Hence why I done made the video, because I just observed this. Oh, Snuggles, you appreciate that donation, by the way. Oh, no doubt. When you start doing that, when you start teaching the true power, when you start letting people know that they possess power, because a lot of us feel powerless. So when you start teaching the opposite of that, yes, it's a problem. And yes, they say things like the audacity of this black man telling other black people that they had a power to control their reality, to change their reality, to shift their reality. Oh, my brother Antonio, man, no doubt, man. Like, man, we got plenty of sisters back in the day, man, that was dropping the jewels, man. We can even go back not too long ago when we was dealing with Asada, man, when Angela Davis was on her square. Man, the ladies in the Black Panther Party was on it, man. They was teaching right and exact. They was right up there with Huey and Bobby Seale, man. They was doing the knowledge to everything. They was doing the knowledge to everything the brothers was doing the knowledge to when they was teaching according to that. They was teaching according to that, and that was just not too long ago. Kylie, you already know garbage in, garbage out. And then, like I said, at some point, you got to start holding yourself accountable for what you are attracting. You got to start holding yourself accountable for what you are attracting, man. If I just consume nothing but toxic energy, man, toxic music, toxic foods, and I only go to toxic environments, how can I sit around and get mad at the quality of person that I'm attracting to me? That's my fault, man. That's my fault. I need to look inward. I need to change some things about myself. I need to start going to different environments, different places, meeting different people, listening to different music, eating different foods, broaden the horizon, as I said. And that's another thing, man. We got people out here not striving to take care of themselves, then getting mad when they attract a lazy brother, an unhealthy brother. Well, you not striving to take care of yourself. Again, you are attracting that to you. You don't care about your health. You don't care to take care of yourself. You eating any and everything that you want to eat, all toxic foods, and you mad that you attracting a brother out here that doesn't care to take care of himself. Make that make sense, man. Make that make sense. Snuggle 668. If anybody is say, wait a minute, you say, how dare you say such? Degrading it is a term of endearment. I think that's what they say it is. If anybody is saying degrading is a term of endearment, we got a problem. And Magic Realms, man, I can listen. When I got into the consciousness, man, when I started to really get the knowledge of self, and I started to just shift the music I was listening to, I had a hard time stomaching a certain type of music, man. Like music that I was able to listen to in the past. When I started coming into consciousness, man, I couldn't tolerate a lot of that music, man. And I still to this day, it's hard for me to really kind of listen to it without feeling some type of way. Yeah, Dominique, and they again lump everybody in the box, lump all men in the box, and make it seem as though all men are thirsty and things of that nature. That's not a fact at all, man. Like I said, we got upstanding brothers out here that stuff doesn't concern us. Khaled, no doubt. We definitely have to be conscious of what we create and consume. And for the most part, we know and understand who's really behind a lot of this music being pushed on us. We already know who's really behind that. They go find the right people to make the right songs. Because everybody got that price, man. So they know who to get to make some of these songs, man. We know who's really behind the agenda. But at some point, we got to stand up and be like, man, I ain't rapping about that. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I remember Young Buck said that, man. Young Buck was like, man, the label told him he needed to add, you know, that gangster element to his music. He needed to add that negative aspect to his music because he was trying to do some more uplifting music. And they told him no. They was like, man, you could probably get about 1 or 2 songs on that album that's like positive. But other than that, man, we need that destructive music. So we already know how that goes. Dominique, you talking about Hypnotized Minds 3-6? Yeah. D, you can't separate the frequency from the music. It's all connected. So we can't separate anything from the actual music. So if it's the hertz, it is the music because the hertz is a part of the music. We can't separate it. We got to look at them. We got to look at them as if they are one, which they are. So it is the music. We can't separate aspects from the music. We can't separate aspects from the music. We can't do it. All of it makes up music. The beat, the lyrics, the chorus, all of that is music. So it is the music. So if it's a negative aspect to the music, it's the music. So if the lyrics are negative, it's the music. We can't separate anything from the. It's all music. It's all music. It's all music at the end of the day, man. And this stuff can affect you in a multitude of different ways to where you may not even notice it. And just because something isn't impacting you right now in the current moment doesn't mean it's not having a negative impact on you. And that's another thing that we got to know and understand. Just because something is not impacting you right now, current moment, in the present, doesn't mean it's not having a negative impact on you. Like I said, these things can impact you in ways that you can't necessarily even pick up on. So we got to be mindful of that. And if you don't think it's the music, do the same thing that you're talking about, meditating to drill music, meditate to something that's overly positive and see how the dynamic really changes. But it's all music. It's one and the same, man. It all makes up music. DJ Elmo, no doubt. And like I tell people, man, all I'm speaking about is balance. We don't balance it out. It's almost like how to eat when they tell you to go 80% plant-based, and then you got 20% for whatever it is you want to pig out on. That's one of the methods in regards to improving your quality of life via your diet. 80% plant-based, 20% whatever else you want to add on. We should look at everything like that, man. An 80-20 rule should apply to every aspect of life. Come on, man, give you 80% uplifting. 20% you can do whatever you want to do with that 20%, and 20% is a lot. But we reverse it. 80% toxic. It may be 90% toxic or 95. Then we got 5-10% positive. And we wonder why things don't unfold the way that we want them to unfold. Snuggle 668, yeah, right. She dope. Yeah, Jamar. And then what kills me, this is another thing that kills me in that regard. When you bring up the female artists that make the degrading music, and then they try to rationalize it by saying, well, y'all dudes make the same type of music and y'all like that, or they go reference like Too Short now back in the day. Again, as if Too Short is one of my favorite rappers. He's not. He's not. So they assume off the rip that all brothers like the male artists that degrade women out here. That's not necessarily the case. So when they use that as justification, I look at them like a fool. I'm like, man, listen, one of my favorite artists is K Reno. He don't have not one song disrespecting women. And go listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony. You hard pressed to find a song where Bone Thugs and Harmony actually disrespected women. Hard pressed to find a song of that caliber. Dead Prez, where they disrespecting women at? So when people start saying that, you are assuming, once again, making an assumption that all of us brothers like that type of music, even if it comes from a male. Incorrect. Khaled, that book is a jewel. Solo T40, what's going on? Magic Rims. Yep. You already know it. That's how, again, justifying it with the logic. It was an emotional reaction, but we justifying it with logic. That's all that is. So at the end of the day, man, we got to be a lot more mindful in regards to what we consume, man, just in all aspects of life. I'm getting tired of people consuming nothing but negativity and toxicity and wonder why that's exactly what they attracting in their life. You got to change some things up, man. If you want to attract something that's positive, you got to surround yourself with some positive energy. You got to consume positive things, point blank, period. You can't be out here consuming toxic things and expect it to attract the total opposite of that. It's not how that works. to Renzo, psychological genocide. That's where the slavery is at now. Like you say, it ain't physical slavery no more. It's mental. It's psychological slavery. And we seem to not have a grasp on that. We seem to not thoroughly understand that it's psychological slavery right now. And we continue to justify the freaking slavery. It's psychological slavery, man. So when we got things like when you listen to the radio, which I can't recall the last time I voluntarily listened to the radio, but when you listen to the radio and they playing the same 5 or 10 songs, man, that's that psychological slavery. That's that psychological genocide that we talking about. They doing that for a reason. Repetition is king. They playing the same songs to you for a reason. They promoting certain foods to you for a reason. Repetitively. Repetition is king. They know this. They know this. D, what's going on with you? Dominique, no doubt, man. I'm at a point now, man. You can listen to some like jazz, man. But for the most part, I'm gonna throw on some conscious joints sometimes, man, and just vibe out to that. Vibe out to the conscious music. Vibe out to the music with a message. Like when you get into them studies, man, and you vibe out to either the meditation music or the jazz or the music with a message, man, that strengthens the mental. That strengthens the mental. And Kat, there you go. And that's again, we jokingly say things like, man, this song stuck in my head. But that was intentionally done. They did that intentionally. When you sit around and we joke and we say, man, I can't get this song out of my head. Man, that was the objective from the rip, to get the song stuck in your head. And 9 times out of 10, they work. It works. So when we sit around and say, man, this song stuck in my head, I can't get this song out of my head. That was the intention. They mapped that out. They designed it to be that way. So now you got this song stuck in your head, hence why they make certain songs catchy. And it's hard for that song to leave. That is how powerful the music is. When it's an addiction, man. You could be addicted to anything. You could be addicted to a song. So when you got a song that you cannot seem to let go, that's a problem. It's a problem. Because for the most part, it'd be a negative song. It don't necessarily be the most positive song that gets stuck in the mind. Yeah, Jalen, and at some point we got to look at it as such, man. We gotta really reflect on it. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because we got a lot of positive brothers and sisters out here that do music. Like, that's the only reason that I'm harping on it. Because again, we start doing things like protesting. We start hooping and hollering to this system. We start talking about Black Lives Matter and things of that nature. We start talking about buying black, supporting one another. But you got some of the most positive artists out here that they get their support from white people and people from overseas. I was doing the knowledge to like Dead Prez and a few other conscious artists that I fool with. Listen, most of their fans come from overseas. They was like their overseas shows be rocking. But here they are talking about the problems in America, the country that we are currently in, and they don't get the support that they should. So that's the only reason why I'm harping in on this, man. We got a lot of brothers and sisters right here that's putting their life on the line by putting out positive, informative music. Yet we won't support them. Yet we want to act like it's not out here, though. People be like, oh, I don't listen to rap music because it's negative. No, the music that you are choosing to listen to, that you have chosen to entertain, may be negative, but there's plenty of positive MCs out here. So stop lumping all rappers and MCs in a box and saying that the whole genre itself is negative. It's a lot of positive rap out here. It's a lot of positive MCs out here. So stop doing that. I don't like when people attack the whole entire genre as if there's no positive artists out here. That's a lie. Just because you were introduced to some negative rap doesn't mean that the opposite is not out here. They just not going to promote that. So you got to dig deep to find it. But the whole genre in and of itself is not negative. It's not toxic. It's not degrading. That's what I'm saying. That music influences all of that. Because when I started listening to more informative music, more conscious music, my whole mentality shifted based off of the music. Like I said, the music was partly behind my transition. Lupe Fiasco got the perfect song. Hip hop saved my life. That song resonates with me because that's literally what happened. If it were not for the music, I probably wouldn't be the person that I am today. So Lupe got the song Hip Hop Saved My Life, and I resonate with that because literally it did. Because his brothers out here and his sisters out here that's putting information in music that can really elevate the mental. Dominique. And of course, you say when you listen to violent music, you feel violent. Why you think we play certain music in the gym? Why you think when it's time for us to play football, we listen to certain music? When it was game time, man, you listening to the most violent music. Why do you think you're doing that? Why do you think you're doing that? Before a football game, I'm listening to some Bone Crusher or something. Why do you think I'm doing that? That is letting you know the impact of music. I'm going out here trying to rip another dude's head off, and I'm finna listen to music that reflects that. I'm not going out to a football game listening to some smooth jazz. No, I'm finna pump something that's destructive and violent so I can go out there and be that. Khaled, Tupac, you probably can't get more balanced than him. And that's what I mean. That's all that I'm saying. And that's balance. I'm not telling you to be totally one side, but man, just dealing some balance. But most people don't even do that. Most people don't explore enough when it comes to the conscious side, when it comes to the uplifting side. Most people don't explore enough to that. Thunder Scorpion, what's going on? But at some point, man, I feel like you should just grow out of a certain type of content. At some point, I feel like you should hit that. You should hit that point in your life where it's like, man, I don't even care to listen to this type of stuff anymore. I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point where it's like certain things I don't even entertain them. And one of the things, man, listen, I don't know if y'all heard that little Throat Baby song. I got introduced to that song for the first time. I've been trying not to listen to it because I don't care for it. But it was like essentially forced on me today. Heard that song for the first time, got upset, literally. People think I'm joking when I say the song made me mad. No, that song upset me. Like, man, I don't want to hear, man, like, this is garbage. And I heard that song for the first time, man. I'm like, this is the type of stuff that's popping out here. I can make the most positive song in the universe, and it ain't going to get the reception that type of song gets. I don't know if y'all heard that song. If you haven't, don't go listen to it. It was forced on me. I didn't choose to listen to it. It was forced on me, and I heard it, garbage. Torenzo, no doubt, only grows to the size of its environment. Only a few are able to rise above that environment. But for the most part, people become products of the environment instead of producing the environment that they would like to be in and thrive in. But for the most part, people become products of the environment. Only a select few can rise above that environment. Like they say when they're talking about people who made it out, only a select few make it out that hood. Magic Realms, man. I just started listening to affirmations. Man, just smooth jazz, like I say, man, the meditative music, and then I mix it with the conscious joints. And then I listen to some little motivating music, man, like some Nipsey, like I say, some Pac and stuff like that. Snuggle 668, man, I could give you conscious artists for days. Like I said, Dead Prez, X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, Brand Nubian, Killer Priest, K Reno, Hellraiser, Killer Army. Who you want? Lost Children of Babylon, man, they dope as well. They dope as well. Paris, that's another one, another conscious artist. Man, I can name conscious artists for days. And then on the Queen end, you got Rhapsody, you got Cyrock, Shay Noir, she's pretty good. Black Narubi Salah. And it's even another one by the name of Star. She's pretty solid. And I know I'm missing some, but that's just off the top. That's off the top of the dome, man. But that, like, if you need some conscious artists, just start with the people that I name. It's a lot more though. Thunder Scorpion. Yep, that's the quote. And that's what happened. That's why I choose not to entertain it, because at the end of the day, I know the power of it. That song can literally get stuck in your head. Listen, if it ain't something that I want stuck in my head, I'm not trying to entertain it. I'm not trying to entertain it. So that's an actual fact, man. You singing, you singing something. You like, man, where I get this from? Oh, Jamar, no doubt. Music definitely had a powerful effect on the people, man. That's why I say we got to be mindful of the music that we listen to. Balance it out. Always got to neutralize it. Dominique, that's all I'm saying. And then, but my thing is, all right, cool. When you listen to a song like that, then you get a man that reflects that energy and you complain about him. Now I'm lost. Now I am completely lost. When you listen to music like that on a daily basis, like I'm not talking about you just listen to it when you go to the club and all that. You never balance this music out. So you listen to this music on a daily basis. This is your favorite type of music. And it's all you listen to, all you consume. And you get mad when you get a male that reflects this exact energy. Why? You seem to like it when it's in song form. But then when you get it in the physical form, now you want to have a problem. Why are you nodding your head to it? Why are you rapping every lyric to a song that's disrespecting you and tearing you down? Then when you get a brother that actually lives out the lyrics of the song, now you got a problem. You don't understand how you creating your own reality by rapping out the lyrics to that song. I'm going to repeat that again. You don't understand that you have just created your own reality by rapping out the lyrics to these songs repeatedly. You are creating your own reality. You are speaking this into existence every time that you continue to play these same degrading songs and rap them out loud. You are attracting that to yourself because it's the power of the spoken word. You are what you speak. They say you are what you eat, but you are what you speak. So if this is all that you entertaining, all that you rapping, all that you spitting, that is what you're going to attract because it's the power of the word, power of the spoken word. If I just listen to a bunch of music where sisters out here dogging dudes, dogging brothers, and that's all I'm listening to, then I continue to attract that in my life like that's on me. That's on me. I'm listening to songs that disrespect me, meaning I really don't respect. I don't look at myself in high regard because I'm able to listen to this music where they tearing me down and I'm nodding my head to it and I expect somebody to respect me. Come on, man. Come on. This is stuff that people don't want to hear. This is stuff people don't want to talk about. This is stuff people don't want to hear. This is stuff people don't want to talk about, but it's the actual fact. I know I'm raining on a lot of people parades, man. You don't want to stop listening to certain music, but I'm telling you, go a week without listening to anything that's toxic. Go a week. I went years doing it. I had to, man, I deleted. I don't know. I don't know if it was on my phone. I think it was back when we had the iPods, man. When I came in the car, I had deleted all negative music from my iPod. Magic rims. And they do that because marketing 101, what they tell you, sex sells. So that's why every other song you finna listen to is promoting sex. And we fall right for it. When at the end of the day, that's one of the ways that they use to justify enslaving us. They said we were merely nothing more than overly sexualized beasts. That we couldn't get above that animalistic nature. Like they use that to justify enslaving us. And we continue to prove that point correct every time we recite these lyrics and let these lyrics motivate us. That's how they used to view you people, your ancestors back in the day. That's how they used to view us back in the day. That's how they viewed us. Cat, it's gonna take a minute for that song. It's gonna take a minute for that song to leave. It's gonna take a minute for that song to leave. It's gonna take a minute for it to leave. Yeah, D, it's either over sexualized or they preparing you to do a drive-by on somebody that looks like you. That's it. Thunder Scorpion, that's it. Like a good balance. And it's real simple to do that. It's real simple to do. A time and place for everything, man. I'm probably listen. Y'all talk about Tupac resemble balance. I resemble balance in regards to how I listen to music. But for the most part, people don't be on it. Yeah, Lupe is my man's. Now Lupe was recently tripping on Instagram for a minute when he was promoting the vaccine. I don't know what was up with that. I stopped checking that out. But yeah, Lupe is my dude. Khaled. The interesting thing about me, I don't rock with Kendrick Lamar like most people think I should. I respect them, but I don't religiously bump Kendrick Lamar for whatever reason. So I mean, he could be a GOAT to a lot of people, but he's not one of my personal favorites. I'm gonna put it in that light. Like I'm gonna put it in that light. He's not really one of my personal favorites. But I'll be real underground with it. I actually like out of his camp. I like Ab Soul a lot. And I like J Rock as well though. Dominique, I ain't even know that was a song, bro. You just hit me to another song that I'm probably not gonna listen to. Thunder Scorpion. Y'all was listening to Phil Collins before what, man? Before football? Master 2, what's going on? I couldn't get amped to no Phil Collins before football, but I do rock with Phil Collins. But before a football game or before a sporting event, that ain't doing it. But if anything, I was listening to a lot of Tupac though. Before like sporting events, man, when it was time for me to get real. Hey, Cat, we appreciate you tapping in. We go live by every day around here, so you're gonna have plenty of content coming your way on this channel. Yeah, Hertz 187 again, like the destructive energy, because again, name of this build and destroy. So sometimes in order to build, you got to destroy. But for the most part, we just be focusing on destroying. And that's what I was talking about when I talked about detoxing. We be so overly focused on eliminating that we don't necessarily put that same energy into replenishing. It's the same thing with like music. We listening to the destructive music to the point where we not focusing on adding the positive music to the equation. Joy the Serpent, man, like I said, man, back in the day, that music used to make me uncomfortable because I used to it was like I used to listen to it and I was like, dang, man, how was I? This is the consciousness that I was hitting. I was listening to songs that I used to listen to back in the day and wondering, like, man, why was I listening to this? How did I like this song? Like that's where I was at with it. Jamar, what's going on? D, that song is 1,000% garbage. That Throat Baby song, 1,000% garbage. I bet not ever hear that song again in my life. If I'm in the situation that I was in where it was forced upon me, I'm gonna just leave. That was garbage. We got the wife in the building. It was played at my establishment via a matter of fact, I just let a client hook the phone up, hook their device up to my speakers, and there we go. And I heard it. And everybody know me, so clients know me. So this ain't no clients know what I be about, know what I listen to. So they know that type of stuff, they know how I be rocking. But that song got me, man. I was doing good dodging the song. I was doing good. I was hearing about it, did good dodging it. And boom, I got it. Joy the Serpent, man. Listen. I like my conscious music is at the top for me. So when I name like some of my top artists, for the most part, a lot of them gonna be conscious brothers. But like I said, I got my balance. When it's time for me to get busy in the gym, I got some of the gangster rap. I got some of the braggadocio rap. Got some of that into the equation. But for the most part, man, my favorite artist gonna be artists that spit with a message, man. I'm gonna throw on some Yasin, Mos Def, whatever the case may be. Some Talib Kweli, some Common, man. I'm gonna throw that on. Dominique, yeah, no doubt. Now I ain't really studied Mike like that, but yeah, I can see that though. Hey Jamal, I'm gonna have to check her out. I'm gonna have to check her out. And Hirsch 187, see, that's the problem. See, we able to look at that and we able to adhere to what you just said. Don't get lost in the music, stay aware. 85% of the population ain't able to do that. 85% of the population ain't able to do that. They get lost right in the sauce. They get lost right in the music. We able to step back and say it's just music. We able to do that. But most people not. Most people not. Hence why that type of music is promoted. Hence why that type of music is continuously accepted and created, because they get lost in the music. They're not able to stay aware. D, that's what I'm talking about. That's what listen, I'm gonna put that on the screen. Get mad, people, people get mad when you don't want to play certain music around children. You're continuing the cycle. Listen, all this positive music out here, man, I don't understand for the life of me why more parents don't play the positive music around the children. Oh, I know the answer to that, because they don't know about the positive music that's out here, the positive rap that's out here. They knowing how to twerk, they knowing how to do busted challenges, man, before they know who Asada Shakur is. Like, that's sick. Nzinga, like, they knowing how to twerk, do busted challenges before they know who Queen Nzinga is. But they twerking, doing busted challenges at 3 and 4, and we putting it on social media like it's cute. Your little son dancing to some garbage music, and we putting it on social media like it's cute. Like, that's what we doing. That's the type of stuff that we putting out here. You promoting your child that didn't ask to be on social media. You got them out here dancing to some garbage music, to some toxic music, and like it's cute. Everybody hearting it, man. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Magic Realms, a lot of artists manifest certain situations via their lyrics. And why we think we ain't got the same power. If we think the artists have a power to create their own reality via what they rap, and why we think we don't have that same power by reciting it. So if we think they can create the situation by writing the song and rapping it, why we don't think we have that same power by constantly reciting it? Come on now. DJ Elmo, be careful what you listen to and be careful what you recite. That's important too. Because not only do we listen to the music, we recite it. We repeat it. Like, that's the missing element. We repeat this music that we listen to. Even when the beat is not on, even when we're not listening to it, guess what? We in the shower rapping the same song. We out in the street rapping the same song. We at the job rapping that same song because it's stuck in the head. Yeah, D, and the thing I like about Nip, the thing I respect about Nip, because Nip got a lot of the music that we would classify as toxic in the beginning, but the brother was evolving, creating that balance. The brother was evolving, and that's one thing that I was mad that he left us early, man, because again, he was evolving, so he was balancing himself out like Pac. Again, people gonna hear that and think I'm comparing the man to Pac, but he was balancing himself out musically like Pac in regards to his message and content. That's all that I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying brothers should do. That's all that I'm saying sisters should do. Balance it out. Nip was a good reflection of balance. Man, we ain't dealing with no aspect of that garbage song. That song is garbage. Throw that song in the trash, throw the beat in the trash with it. Song is garbage. I'm not finna let them mesmerize me with a beat. It's garbage. And they throw that whole track away. That track is garbage. Joey the Serpent. And then on top of Bob Marley, it's like Peter Tosh. That's another, you know what I'm saying, another reggae, top reggae artist. Bump that Peter Tosh. Bump that Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, man. Now you rocking and rolling with the reggae. Now you rocking and rolling. You talking about the Tupac and Biggie of reggae. Peter Tosh, Bob Marley. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion and that. Yeah, he don't move me like that either. It's a few people that got some decent like decent messages in their music that don't necessarily move me. But I don't really talk that bad about them. I just don't rock with them like that. But again, that shows you the complexity and the balance within even the conscious music. It's plenty of conscious artists that I don't like. So everybody think that just because it's conscious, I like it. Nah, there's plenty of brothers out here with a message that I don't too much care for, that don't move me. But that's it though. Like, because it's a lot of conscious artists out here, so it's a lot to choose from in that regard. So a lot of people don't dive on in that deep end like that when it comes to conscious music. They think all conscious music is literally saying the same thing. No, it's a lot of diversity within conscious music. All you got to do is listen to it. A lot of diversity in it. You're going to find more diversity in conscious music than you're going to find on the mainstream circuit. So people talk about balancing things out in the mainstream circuit. Man, you don't get, in my honest opinion, you don't get more diversity or versatility. You don't get more versatility than the underground people. Man, the stories that they be telling. Some of the songs that they be constructing, very versatile, very diverse, to where these mainstream artists couldn't fathom creating a song like that. Be touching on all different type of topics. For the most part, these mainstream artists rapping about the same freaking things. They just changing the beat. Man, they have no substance. So I'm gonna take that substance. Because as we talk about in the 5% Nation of Guys, we talk about knowledge being infinite. So when your foundation is knowledge and knowledge is infinite, man, there's no limit in regards to your subject matter. So you can always find new things to talk about. But when you limit yourself to that mainstream music, you finna be talking about the same things. You are limited, very limited. But when you underground, knowledge is infinite, man, you able to rap and talk about any and everything. And for the most part, that's what a lot of brothers do. Because that knowledge is infinite, they always learning. They always improving the mental. So they way more diverse, way more versatile with what they rap about, with what they talk about. So I respect that way more, man. I respect that way more than the people that can make a club song and then make one serious song and then make a slow song. Man, I don't care nothing about that. Because again, essentially these songs be saying the same exact thing, man. I get way more diversity, way more versatility when I listen to things on the underground circuit. Learn a lot more. I'm open to way more things when I listen to that type of music. And that's what I listen to. Like, out of that whole camp, J-Rock is actually my favorite one. Ab-Soul maybe second, but I ain't never really, Kendrick just ain't never moved me like I felt like he should. I gave him plenty of chances. And another one that just don't move me, and I know people may not like it, but man, J. Cole has never moved me to the point where I don't go out of my way to bump him like that. My brother Antonio, and people don't understand that. It's a reason why you choosing to listen to certain music. It's a reason. Just like you put on a certain outfit, it's a reason why you doing that. So that it's definitely a reflection of how you view yourself, how you feel at the time. Like I said, when it's time to go hard in the gym, guess what? You gonna choose music that reflect that. So if music wasn't really a reflection of your energy and how you feel and how you view yourself, then if it's time to work out, you would just play anything. No, you play music for certain occasions. So when you play a certain song, when you play a certain type of music, it's for a reason. You chose to play that type of music for a reason. Justin, man, you missed a decent amount. I don't even know where to start in regards to just recapping it. You can bump that all you want, I'll walk out of here. I'm not listening to that. I'm not entertaining that. That is despicable. That's despicable. I just can't even. I'm not even. Listen, that song amongst other songs that were played that I don't even feel like bringing up, but I just couldn't even believe it. I'm like, man, y'all get mad at some of the dudes and the things that some of these dudes say to y'all. Listen to what this song telling you. I don't even care no more. It's like I almost don't care what I say to people no more, because look at what the song is telling you. Look at what the song is saying to you. Look at what you recite. All this stuff is connected, man. Some point we got to hold ourselves accountable, man. We got to hold ourselves accountable for that stuff we consume. And it's just like food. Music is food. Music is food. We eat certain food knowing that it's harmful for us. You can't get mad at the consequence for making that decision. Music is the same way. It's all food. It's all things. It's all something to be consumed. DJ Elmo, Nikola Tesla was the dude. Was that dude? Justin, you don't even want to know, man. Like I said, it was forced upon me. To Renzo, like I said, man, people gonna view us, man, and just look like we being too serious about the situation. Nah, listen, I can listen to my fair share of music, but just not that. I got places where I draw lines, man. I ain't finna be bumping that, man. I ain't finna bump that. Matter of fact, one thing listen, this is how bad the song was. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is how bad the song was. That song really made me reflect. After I heard that song, man, I went back into my conscious music bag, man. I didn't bump Brand Nubian and Poor Righteous Teachers up until right now, up until the time of this video, because that song was just that bad and disturbing to me, to where I was like, I got to make better decisions with my music here recently. I got to get back to my conscious music vibe, because I've been slacking. So I went back and bumped all type of old conscious classics, man, and just was rapping them verbatim to neutralize that. Because that's how trash it was, man. That's the impact that song literally had on me. I said, man, I gotta bump something to neutralize this. I can't take that. Because if I didn't, then I would have been thinking about the actual lyrics to the song and what I heard. Now I don't necessarily even remember what I heard. I just know that the song was garbage while I was listening to it. So I had to neutralize it, man. I really had to neutralize that by playing some conscious music, by playing some conscious records, man. I bumped brand Nubian, the whole entire I forget which Brand Nubian album I had just bumped, but I had to bump the whole entire Brand Nubian album, man. It was crazy. I had to bump the whole entire In God We Trust Brand Nubian album. That's how bad that was for me. Montel, peace, what's going on? Master 2, man, Logic is another one where I don't really rock with him like people think. He got like some decent content, but I don't necessarily, like I say, go out my way to bump him. But I don't view him in a real negative light or anything. It's just I don't bump him like that. I don't go out of my way to listen to him. All D, them oldies, the Isleys, Whitney, and all of them. Goats. Thunder Scorpion, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's what kills me too. That's another thing that kills me. When they get mad at an artist for evolving. Now, partly I can understand that because you built your fan base. If you was rapping about toxic things, like that's the foundation of your fan base. You didn't attract the toxic fans. They want to hear you rap about killing other people. That's your core fan base. So when you evolve, I can understand where the animosity comes from because your core fans were attracted to you because you made the negative music. So when you try to make a positive shift, they like, nah, I want to hear that destructive music. That's why it's best to not get caught up in that. Because when you try to evolve, man, they're gonna bring you down. They're gonna tell you, no, we need that destructive music, we need that negative music, we need that toxic music, because that's what we fool with you for. A lot of fans can't handle that evolution, man. When that artist is negative, when that artist is destructive, toxic, degrading, and they try to change. A lot of artists ain't receptive to that. I mean, not artists, but fans. A lot of fans ain't receptive to that. Oh, Thunder Scorpion, man. Everybody was striving to be accepted in one way, shape, or form, man. So yeah, the gang thing was big. And you already know I was in the Midwest right along with you. Thunder Scorpion, exactly. So again, don't get it twisted. People think, oh, this song got a positive message, therefore dudes should like it. Nah, got plenty of conscious songs, conscious artists that I don't necessarily gravitate towards, that I don't necessarily go out of my way to vibe to. So that's definitely a reality. Magic Rims, like I said, you made a very great decision. And like I said, man, it was I ain't go out of my way to listen to it, man, because nowadays, man, I used to be that dude. I used to try to listen to any and everything. Now, if I hear the title of the song and it's not appealing to me sometimes, man, and I see the artist that's attached to it, man, I don't even entertain it. I don't even go out of my way to listen to certain music anymore. They be like, "Did you hear such?" And I'll be like, "No." Yeah, Antonio, bro, and that's all it is. I mean, like I say, balance. Or you could look at it 80-20. I mean, man, but just don't people be acting like the positive side don't exist. People be acting like the positive ain't good. Plenty of good positive music, man. That's the problem that I have. When people start labeling positive music in a negative light, just like they lump all men, all women in a certain type of box. Man, don't do that to the positive artists out here, man. There's plenty of creative, wonderful, positive music out here that you can listen to, that you can vibe to, that you can work out to. Like that brand Nubian album that I just mentioned, I can work out to that. Literally, I can work out to that. So we be acting like that don't exist, man. We be acting like it ain't positive music. Man, listen, Stickman got 2 workout albums that you can listen to them joints in the gym that don't have not one curse word in the album that can motivate you through a workout. Jamar, yeah, now Jamar done went in on J. Cole. Now I ain't go in on the brother. But Jamar ain't playing with him. Jamar ain't playing with Cole. Oh, Jay, like I said, man, some of the stuff is decent that he put out. I just can't. I just never. He just never got me, man. He just never hooked me in, reel me in type deal, man. I just don't go out of my way to say I'm finna bump this J. Cole, man. I may listen to if J. Cole come out with something new, I'm gonna listen to it, but you may get one spin out of me in regards to that whole entire album. And I may like about 2 or 3 songs on that joint that got replay value for me. Thunder Scorpion, man, a lot of people, cannabis gets disrespected. I remember back in the day where I was like a big cannabis fan, man, but cannabis gets disrespected simply because you probably gonna have to look up what he's talking about. But cannabis, man, listen, cannabis is a dude that's gonna go down as one of the most disrespected artists of his time. Not too many people can construct lyrics that cannabis has constructed in his lifetime. That dude don't get enough respect, man, for the lyrics that he has constructed, man, for some of the songs that he done put together. That man don't get enough credit. Magic Realms, yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. Oh, DJ Elmo, man, Curtis Mayfield, come on now. Freddie's dead, Superfly joint, come on now. Willie Hutch, you already know. Outkast sampled that Willie Hutch joint. That's what got me hooked to Willie Hutch. When Outkast sampled him, then I had to go back and I had to I had to listen to the Willie Hutch, man. But Curtis Mayfield, come on now. Curtis Mayfield is that dude. Curtis Mayfield is that dude, that Superfly joint. That is, listen, that's classic. That stuff is storytelling at its finest. Storytelling at its finest, man. Willie Hutch with the Mac, man, that stuff is classic. And that's what I'm saying. See, you gotta diversify, man. You gotta get versatile with your music. Listen to the Curtis Mayfield, then listen to the modern stuff, man. But you gotta be hip to where some of this stuff didn't originated from, man. Justin Green, like I said, I'm back on it. I had to get back on the militant conscious vibe after hearing that. Because now I'm like, I can't have this. Can't have it. Mahogany Honey, peace, what's going on? Master Tool, man, I don't even want to explain. I don't want to do it, man. I don't even want to do it because I feel like I'll be entertaining it even more. I don't even want to decipher it. I really don't. Jamar, hey, One for All is one of the best albums of all time. The song is bad. The song is garbage. Like it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Nobody being extra. The song is garbage. The song is bad. That's what it is. That's the view of the situation. That's the assessment of it. If the song didn't have the little catchy hook and whatever the case may be in the beat, you would. This is the way you can tell it's some garbage. Play it acapella. You not finna play that song acapella. You not finna play that acapella and get anything from that. You play that acapella, you gonna be disgusted at what you listening to. That is garbage. They had to distract you with the beat. They had to distract you with the beat because what they actually saying, the actual song that was constructed is so trash. So we got to distract you with a beat. You take away the beat, you listen to the song acapella, you have garbage. Go bump Throw Baby acapella and let me see how we vibing then. Not gonna vibe to it. And again, that's an aspect of it. So you take away the beat, you still have a song that was constructed. So you listen to it without the beat, you listen to the actual song that was constructed without the beat. You not vibing to that joint. Thunder Scorpion. Out of those common albums too, that One Day It'll All Make Sense is one album that I was vibing to heavy when he got that song with CeeLo, the God. That song right there, man. That I was listening to that song on repeat, man, a lot back in the day. And the Roots, oh man, and don't get me started on the Roots, man, and how people, man, Black Thought, come on. Travian. Larry June is another example of like balance as far as it ain't no telling what that dude to say. It ain't no telling what that dude to say. But you know, that dude got a weird balance going on about it. But that's the whole point, man. Like I said, I done had my fair share of songs that were, and people think, and this is another thing that is happening as well. People think that I'm calling the song garbage simply because of the content. No, I got plenty of songs that are graphic that I have listened to, that I have vibed with. Listen, Trick Daddy put out plenty of songs that was graphic. Plenty of songs that was graphic that I may have gravitated towards back in the day. That's what people like, oh, you just don't like what the song taught. No, I can go play you some songs that may almost sound worse. Probably not, but I got some songs that's graphic that I listen to. But yeah, and Currency, Trey. I used to listen to Currency way back in the day when he was with Young Money and all of that. Oh, Jamar, I forgot about Joey. Forgot about him. And another person that's putting out every so often he put out something that's real like thought provoking is Ace Hood. So another like he every so often he'll put out something that's like thought provoking. And then another person that people slept on now, dude just kind of throw you off with his personality now. But back when he was in music and making music, Joe Budden was nice. Joe Budden pen game was nice when he was making music. And everybody just know him from Pump It Up. But I'm talking about outside of that, man, Joe Budden was nice. Yeah, that's 6ix9ine. Oh man, I shouldn't even have said his name. We just ain't gonna say his name no more. That dude is a goofball, clown. That dude is a clown. Thunder Scorpion. I'm gonna check it out. Put that on screen. I gotta check that out. But y'all know this is my subject matter. I could be a hip hop professor, man, or a music professor when it comes to certain genres. But I can talk about this type of stuff all day, man, in regards to rap. I'm even getting hip. I'm getting a lot more hip on reggae. So I've been getting a lot more hip on reggae artists. Back then, all I associated with reggae was Bob Marley. That was it. That's all I knew. Only reggae I knew. Get a lot deeper than Bob Marley. It even get a lot better than Bob Marley. That's no disrespect to him. That's almost like when we get stuck on Tupac and Biggie and act like it can't get any better than some of the music that they put out. It's some reggae artists out here, man, that be dropping a lot of jewels, and I ain't really never tap into it till recently. When I was it's crazy. I was in the gym. I never forget. I was in the gym one time. Man, it wasn't necessarily a love song, but this brother, about the biggest brother in the gym, was going hard in the gym to some Beyonce. How do I know? Because he was singing every lyric verbatim. Dude was going into some Beyonce, and this is the biggest brother in the gym. I'm like, man, what is going on? I forgot the song that was out at the time, man. But this was some years ago. That brother was killing weights to Beyonce. Oh, Snuggles. Cannabis was like back in the day, and I probably would still insert them, but was one of my it was in my top 5 for a long time. Bonafide, appreciate that purchase on that powder. Appreciate the support. Dominique, man, I'm already, you work a million jobs, so that don't surprise me. Deja, what's going on? Shakira, what's going on? Snuggle 668. Like I say, it just depends on. If you're talking about lyricism, man, I don't like to say you could Cannabis, man, Rakim, man, the GOAT of lyricism, man. And then you go back to KRS and Big Daddy Kane, you can start there. Kool Moe D is another one. Like, I'm gonna go back to the old school on you because you got to start with the roots. You got to start at the roots. Lakim Shabazz, King Son, like these are some lyrical giants out here. These are some lyrical giants out here. Matter of fact, LL Cool J, man, give him his props, man. LL Cool J is top 10. LL Cool J is that dude, especially the early LL. Jalen, somebody asked me that question on the last stream, and I forgot who I said because I said it changes every day. So if I said it today, it'll probably be different. D. Nina Simone, man, Donnie Hathaway. Oh, that man, Marvin Gaye got some joints, man. Stevie Wonder, of course. But Earth, Wind, and Fire, though, they are some of the GOATs. You go back and listen to some of they joints back in the day, they was putting you on game, man. And then don't get me started on y'all know my roots down south, man. You got stuff like Johnny Taylor. Like they be bumped, they love him. Johnny Taylor is like Michael Jackson in Mississippi. Cotton Candy, I didn't necessarily choose a wife. I attracted one. Dominique, man, you got more than 3 jobs. I swear you didn't name more than 3 to me. You missing a job or something. Master Tube, I think I heard a few songs from Young Pharaoh. I think I heard like a few that he did. Bonafide, no doubt. And that's what of course, they're not going to give people a song that they want to get embedded in people's mind. They're not going to give them an average beat. They're going to try to give them a beat that they know is going to be catchy, that they know is going to captivate the mind. So that's why they do it. So that's why instantly I'm programmed to look beyond the beat instantly, because I already know what's at play. When I'm hearing something, like when I'm hearing a mainstream song, I'm looking past the beat instantly, and I'm focusing on the words because I already know what they're trying to do with the beat. So for the most part, if it's a mainstream song, I know off the bat that they're trying to get me with the beat. So I'm already programmed to look past it, and I'm focusing immediately on what's being said. Because if I don't, the beat is going to be the first thing that grabs my attention. And it's almost like relationships, being so caught up in the looks and not focusing on the mind, the mental aspect of the person. So when you overly caught up on the looks and that's all that you really concerned about, and you're not focused on the substance, then when y'all try to mesh in a relationship and you wonder why it's not working, because look, you were so mesmerized by the physical that you didn't try to get to know the internal, the mental, and now it's not working because you realize this person lacks substance. It's the same with music. Sometimes we so captivated by the beat that we don't realize that the song lacks substance. Just like a person, you so captivated by how that person looks that you not realizing that this person is dumb as a box of rocks and they don't know anything. They can't hold any type of conversation, but you mesmerized by how they look. Once you're able to look beyond that, then you can get the best of both worlds. Not only are you going to get somebody that you like how they look, but you also going to like how they think, because you're able to look past that. You're not stuck on the surface. It's the same with the music. When you get stuck on the surface, that's all you paying attention to. Then that negative message is going to resonate with you subconsciously, because consciously you're not able to look past that beat. So it's all programming, man. And that's how they get us. That's how they get us with subliminal messages and all of that. Listen, hey, and man, listen, I still bump Distant Relatives to this day. Nas and Damian Marley. Bump that. And I bump that frequently. Bonafide and CeeLo is one of my dudes too. D, my boy Dominique don't sleep. I think that's the only person on the planet that don't sleep. Thunder Scorpion, big boy, underrated. Snuggles, there. Hey, All of who you name. Bougie Bandit is somebody who I got hip to. Sizzler also. But Bougie Bandit, that's one of the ones that I started getting to that I was listening to, man. Reggae, like I say, be dropping jewels. And then I can go old school. The Abyssinians. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them. Dope. Black Uhuru. Dope. Bonafide. I'm gonna have to check that out. Cause I've been great. Reggae, it's a vibe that you get from reggae, man. It's like you be chilling. When that reggae come on, man, if it's the right reggae song, you gonna start chilling. Travian, Ja 9 is nice. And Chronics. Jesse Royal, haven't listened to him, but Ja 9, nice. Ja 9, I like Ja 9 the most. Like Ja 9 is nice. Nice. Oh, Antonio, you already know. I'm already hip to that joint. I'm already hip to that. CC, yeah, that dance all can get interesting. CC, then you need to be putting us on game because I know I'm missing a lot when it comes to the reggae. D, what's holding you back from the clothing line, man? Because hey, I can help you start that. Snuggle 668. I have not heard of a young lady by the name Sampa. Have not. I have not heard. I'm gonna have to look him up though. I'm gonna have to look her up. Bonafide, yes. 21st night of September, yes. Michelle, peace. What's going on? Snuggle 668. Essentially, what you just said is exactly why I said I don't even want to mention his name. So that's exactly why I said what I said on that one, and I ain't even gonna mention the name. Jalen, no doubt, man. I'm on the militant vibes. I'm on the reggae vibes. That's it. I'm on the informative vibes. I done had to change my whole. I done had to shift my paradigm back to '09 again. Constantly growing. Man, see, I be loving when people acknowledge some of the great positive music I heard. Patience is that joint. Patience is that joint. Jalen, man, play it back. Get the jewels. D, I'm already here, man. Me and you in the same boat. I'm already here, so I already know. I already know. Master Tool, TikTok, OnlyFans, all of this type of stuff, man. People don't be understanding they playing right into the hands of the devil, as we call them. Playing right into the hands of them. Right into the hands of them with some of these platforms, man. Play right into their hands. And wonder why we be getting caught up out here. Brothers, y'all do it too. Y'all be exposing and revealing yourselves on these platforms, then wonder how your enemies then found out your location and now you ended up dead and stuff like that. Snitching on yourself on the platform and then wondering why you're getting locked up. Man, you don't need to be putting everything on these platforms. That's exactly what we doing. You know you got enemies out here that want to see you dead. You know it's a price on your head, and you out here going live showing your location. Got to be more careful with that. Bonafide, they doing way more on social media. Way more. Way more. So like I said, at the end of the day, we got to really realize the role that we playing in all of this. And a lot of times we don't realize that. A lot of times we just try to write things off as like merely just entertainment, or we just joke about the things, man, but it's really impacting us on a lot of different levels. And we gotta realize the ways that a lot of this stuff is impacting us. Because again, it is, if you consuming it, it's impacting you. I mean, it's like if you putting something in your skin, if you putting something in your stomach, man, if you eating something, if you putting it on your skin, it's impacting you. No way around it. I mean, there's no way around it. If you consume it, it's impacting you. Whether it's consciously, whether it's unconsciously, you about to be impacted by what it is that you consuming. Jalen, get on it. Oh, DJ Elmo, yeah, the way Sam Cooke went out, crazy. Crazy. Sam Cooke was on it. Sam Cooke was on it. And they had that lady take him out. Sam Cooke was about to make a transition. He was already doing things that was crazy, but he was about to really make a transition in regards to the content of his music. And then all of a sudden, there you go. They take him out. CC, Gregory Isaacs is my man. Dennis Brown too. Rest of them I gotta tap into. Gregory Isaacs is my man though. And Dennis Brown, I like Dennis Brown too, but everybody else I gotta tap into. Yeah, Bonafide, that'll actually work to just balance it out. That'll definitely work to balance it out. And sometimes that's just how you gotta play it. Sometimes that's how you gotta play it. Which is why I can respect people like Nipsey. Like, I mean, sometimes you just gotta meet people where they at to elevate them. And so sometimes that's how it works. Been there, done that myself. But that's how we got to do it though, man. That's how we got to play it these days, man. Sometimes, listen, if they not trying to get on your level, sometimes you can get down to where they at, and then you can bring them up from there. So we got a lot of us that been through some of the same things that some of these brothers that's out here on the streets that been through. So we able to speak their language. So we able to meet them where they at. And then from there, we able to elevate them and show them a better way. But us just merely criticizing them without showing them the better way, that ain't no good. That ain't no good at all. Like that's not good at all. But y'all know what time it is for me, fam, man. I gotta get on up off of this joint. Did my vent for the day. Today was one of the vent days. When I'm in vent mode, the energy is different. Cause I got to vent. I got to get these things off my chest. So I may not pay attention to the comments like I need to, because I got to vent, get the things off my chest. But I gotta get to this gym, get this gym ready. Got a few classes, man. Today been one of them days. Been constantly moving. I'm always in motion. Me and Dominique, I think we racing to see who can do the most, because I be moving too. So I got to get to this gym, man. I got to get things situated. But it was a nice dialogue, nice exchange with you all, man. Appreciate the donations, appreciate the comments, appreciate the questions, appreciate the input, man. Recommended artists and things of that nature that I'm about to check out. So I appreciate y'all, man. As always, peace. I'm out. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay peaceful out here, y'all. Peace.